We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 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 And we are going live. Yes. Time to get out to it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going live tonight. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Stephen Cartwright Show. Here we discuss the problems that plagues our community, and we advocate for men, and we try to get things on the road. We just try to keep it straight. We keep it real here on this channel. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Tonight's topic of the show, ladies and gentlemen, will be modern women. Darkest secrets being revealed. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to get into with this topic tonight. This is a real eye-opener, baby. Yeah. I thought men had a lot of deep, dark secrets. No. Wow. Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. Modern women have deep, darkest secrets being revealed. Yes. Yes. All right. I'd like to say welcome to everybody. Hello to everybody out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and everybody that can see this live stream tonight. And I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Stephen Cartwright Show. Here we advocate for men, and we tell the truth, and we shine new light on the perspective of our relationships in the United States today. Modern women, deepest, darkest secrets. You know, gentlemen, today I was just sitting up and I was just thinking about everything that's what's going on, everything that is which is taking place in our communities today. And it's really, really sad because the signs has been right there in the front of us, right in our face. You know, all along. It's just been right there in our face. And, you know, we have to ask ourselves, us as men, have our women really and truly been most faithful to us? Have they been their best? You know, have they always been sneaky and conniving? We have to ask ourselves these questions. You know, we can no longer afford to sit back and act like dummies. We can't do that anymore. You know, and it's best for us not to. You know. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, hold on just a second. I got to get up and I got to turn this microwave on. Hold on just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, we have to get back to the subject at hand. We have to really ask ourselves some serious questions, us as men, about our women today. We got to ask ourselves some serious questions. You know, are they really worth everything that we built? I mean, they claim to be the most faithful as women for so long and best in all our character. You know, we're going to use, we all know that the modern black woman has been traveling, has more passports than black men do. They have more, they've been traveling, they've been doing things longer than we have. And us, we sit back, we think that they've always been faithful. That's why I call this modern woman deepest, darkest, deepest secrets being revealed. And it's something us as men, we can no longer ignore. We cannot ignore this anymore. When a woman comes back home and she has a guilty conscience, you can feel it. It's not rocket science. You can tell the way she acts. You can tell the way that she carries herself. The whole nine. You know when she's when she's been into something. And then you hear it. Let me tell you something else too, gentlemen. Like you hear it now. The men from Jamaica and Dubai, how do they think all this information is getting out here that the things are what they're doing? They are, these men are actually telling on them is what they're doing. They're actually telling on them. And what they have been doing for a very long period of time, they have been cheating behind our backs. They get off and, they take these trips. Oh, I'm going with my girlfriend. They all going over to Jamaica. Can you imagine how much those women have been cheating behind our backs since they've been taking these trips and going over to Dubai, and then you're hearing what these men are saying. How do they think that this information is getting out here? The men are telling it. And you notice something about the men in Jamaica, Dubai, and these other countries? They're not wiping them up. They have been telling us for a long, long time. Like I said, modern women, deepest, darkest, deepest secrets being revealed. And a lot of that stuff, gentlemen, we have been ignoring. Greatest country in the world. Well, a lot of the worst women in the world. It's cold here in Dallas. Man, this is something that we have to look at and we have to take into account, because we already know about the pool man, the mechanic, Pookie, Ray Ray, and Doo Dirty. We know about them, but we never knew the extent of it until we really start opening our eyes and we start ingesting all the disrespect. When you look outside of the country, it's not only been going, the deceit has not only been taking place, gentlemen, not only inside of the country, It has been taking place outside of the country, ladies and gentlemen. That just tells you straight up, and we have to come on and we have to admit to ourselves, we cannot trust these women. We can't trust them. The modern American, modern day woman, you cannot trust. I mean, look at all the stuff that they did overseas. None of these guys and none of these men from these other countries never wiped them up. They never asked them to come and live and stay. None of that. We hear things, what men tell us. This is what we hear. Letting them poo all over them and golden shower. Gentlemen, this is some things we need to pay attention to about our own women. And frankly, I find it disgusting. And it is disgusting. This is a video to open your eyes up some more, gentlemen. Open your eyes up. Open your eyes up. Don't play dummy anymore. We must look at them, our own women now, in a different light. We have to see them in a different way, gentlemen. We must. Because where's our own self-esteem about our own selves? We are hearing what's going on. I mean, and then some of them jokers will tell you what's going on even in movies. You look at that stuff, how Stella got her groove back. Yeah, you been getting your groove. You've been had your groove. You been getting your groove on. Tell you something else too is another sign there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you see how the modern American woman, how they put up such a fuss, especially the black woman. How they put up such a fuss when men talk about mandatory DNA testing. You have to look at you have to look at the motives of people. I mean, and believe me, gentlemen, I'm laughing, but ain't nothing funny. When you talk about mandatory DNA testing, you ever notice when you talk about mandatory DNA testing, how hard they start putting up a fight, and then you turn around and you look at some of the children. And I'm going to speak on, in particularly, black children, African-American children. Other cultures, I don't know about it. This is something, if they're watching and looking, they can go back and look at this too. For their communities too. You ever see some of the children and they may have, full black parents, which we know being melanated, certain specific things can happen. But it is nothing to stop you from checking anyway. More than likely, if you have two dark-skinned people having a child, your baby is going to wind up more than likely being a dark-skinned child. The percentages are much higher with it being that way. So we just going to leave it like that. But when you have a child, have a parent, and you look at their hair, it's one indicator. This is an indicator, gentlemen. When you look at a child and you know, hey, this is a full-blown African-American woman, and if she didn't take care of her hair, that's another reason why I think they cover that stuff up with all that weave and stuff. So men really don't know what texture of hair that they have. They don't really know that. But the man, he's full-blown, hey, he's got, very coarse hair. She has coarse hair. We're going to say they both have coarse hair. But some of them, you see them with children, some of their hair be very fine and curly. It could pass for an African-American child hair, but you know what? Is that really that man's child? Now look at that. Next thing, gentlemen, the tell-all with a lot of children, you have to look at their ears to tell what shade that they're going to be. But anyway, gentlemen, you should, this is why they holler about mandatory. They always talk about they don't want nobody to do the mandatory DNA testing. But you be in a hurry to use child support, and they don't really care where the money come from, and they don't care how much the lie persists. And then the courts and then the child support system are just as bad because they don't care as long as they can keep committing the crime of embezzling money from you legally. Legalized embezzlement, legalized thievery is what it is when you force a man to pay child support, or you can use the default measures to incriminate him. And then too, that child has not been proven that that's the child. That's the reason why I call this modern women darkest secrets being revealed. Mandatory DNA testing must take place. Then you turn around, you look over at the habits. The nasty habits. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but these are nasty habits that they have. Nasty habits that they have. This is something that men must pay attention to. Men must pay attention to these habits, and we must not turn a blind eye towards it, gentlemen. And then we have to look at the habits, and taking effect. You never know. You could be taking care of another man's child that's been in a whole different country. Gentlemen, this is something that must be understood. It must be understood. And going along with the old status quo is just not working out for us. We must bring all of these things to the forefront, to the heavy forefront. And us as men, we have platforms now. We have heavy platforms now where we are able to talk about the problems that we are having with the modern American woman going over to Dubai, and then you want to come back here and act like nothing has happened. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The no-fault divorce laws need to be tossed out. See, you're not going to get anything done in this country unless you change it by law. This is something that must be understood by us, gentlemen. I mean, why are we sitting up listening at talking points? Because that's all we going to do, time after time, day after we spend hours until we change it by law. Change it by law. And the disgusting behavior that has been going on with our women, we can't keep going. We love them to death. I mean, come on now. But your deepest, darkest secrets is coming out, and they don't look good. They just don't look good. And being a cream puff about all of it is just not doing us any kind of justice, gentlemen. And not telling it for what it is. Betrayal. For all that we did in this country for our women. Going overseas messing with all of these men. I mean, you know, it's like it's open season. It's open season. And it's been going on a whole lot longer than black men have been doing this stuff. And then, not to account. Not that we have to take it to account. Wonder what's been going on in our own backyard. Telling you, gentlemen, what's been going on in our own backyard. Not only we done dealt with Pookie, Ray Ray, Day Day, Tay Tay, Do Dirty, guys in the penal system, the pool man, the mechanic, Lord knows who else. You know, they're pulling all kinds of stuff. I say to the men today, I mean, look at all the people that we've been dealing with. You mean to tell me men ain't had nowhere near the kind of betrayals that the women have bestowed on us today? Men ain't nowhere near close to that. Now, come on now. We got to redefine low down and dirty. I mean, come on now. We just can't just sit up there and just turn the other cheek. We have to learn to tell these women goodbye and withdraw our resources and withdraw all of our goodwill. We must do it. Telling you, gentlemen. We got to learn to start doing it, gentlemen. We have to learn to start doing it. I mean, because what we gonna do, gentlemen? Keep going along with things that just absolutely don't work for us? Now, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is something that must be taken into account. I mean, what about our lives? What about what is best for us? In this world also, ladies and gentlemen, look at all the evidence that we have. Men from other countries are winding up. I mean, that is bold too. Men from other countries are telling us what our women have been doing when they come over there. I mean, you know, people are talking. You know, how did this type of information reach all the way across these waters like that? Spreading information. And I don't think these kind of rumors just come out of nowhere like that. I don't think so. You know, because we all know they're known for doing stuff over here too. That's why I named this live stream Modern Women Deepest, Darkest Secrets Being Revealed. Darkest secrets being revealed. And it just gave me more thoughts. Gave me more insight. Where's all this stuff coming from? Even men from other countries even be warning us. They do. Warn the hell out of us. Warn the hell out of us. Sure do. Men from other countries warning us and telling us straight up in our faces how unfaithful our own women is to us. And a lot of us, we just sit back and we ignore it like, oh, that ain't true. Well, how did it get out there? I don't think they just going to be saying that just to be saying that. And I find some of the people even that I talk to be very credible. I believe them. And far as to go with these children, with this DNA testing, I think it needs to extend a whole lot more further than just, the DNA testing. I think that if a man has been taking care of a child, regardless of where the other parent is, doesn't make any difference. You can't let that stuff come out. I believe that these women should be required to pay these men back in full every last cent. And they should have to go through the things that men have to go through when they are stuck with that burden. Take away their driver's licenses. Take away their abilities to make a living for themselves. Put them through the same troubles. And us as men, I will say it again, and it is not being hateful, and it is not being mean or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen. It's not being hateful, it's not being mean, but all at the same time, when you say these things, they wasn't saying it while they was busy doing it to you. Woman or no woman, you have to remember, these women fought for equality. They fought for equality. And when you do things like that, if they want equality, so a lot of you fellas out there, you're going to let them control the narrative too? That means there's no accountability. You are letting them get away with no accountability whatsoever, gentlemen. No, hold them fully accountable. They fought for equality, okay, give it to them. No, I am not ashamed to say what I'm saying. No, I am not ashamed of it. Most certainly is not. No. I am not ashamed of it. Because you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, if it was us, what would be the consequence? See, right now, gentlemen, we have the power to change things. Why are we not? That's why I call it. I mean, you think men have a lot of dark secrets? Men got secrets, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. Because you have to remember, a lot of men built the United States of America. They built the United States of America so a lot of our women could live very well, and they have taken horrible advantage of the blessings that we have bestowed upon them. So I think it's about time that a lot of that stuff have a long, hard look taken at it, and we should give it a look, ladies and gentlemen, and hold them accountable for what they do, and hold them accountable for what they've been doing. And I think, like I said before, and I'm not going to take that back, those women should have to make restitution back to the men that they have taken this money from, and pay the men their money back. I think that's something that would messes with the government a little bit too, why they don't want to do that. But something's going to have to be done. But if I could push it this far, I would. I would love to see if some of these men that has been shot dead in the streets too was these men, children, some of these men that got shot dead in the streets too. Gentlemen, we must explore all angles. That, don't get me wrong. It is sending, when you do it that way, gentlemen, it is sending a message that the type of behavior will not be tolerated. The deepest, darkest secrets, raising children, multiple children, that a lot of men think that is theirs, and that child ain't, them kids ain't even that man's child. And then, I see some people, I'll name them. I'll name some of them. I see them on their shows. I'm going to use Laura Lake. I've seen some of the men come over there and on Laura Lake, on her court show. I've seen some of them. Them women be wrong as all I knows. And that lady, she sit there and she'll just console the woman. Don't give a flying hoot about that guy. Don't give a flying hoot about all the finances that he's lost, all the time that they lost, and she'll lay there and tell you, well, I don't know. You probably won't be able to get none of that money back. That's why they able to get away with it. Start making them pay that money back. I guarantee you they'll change their mind then. They'll be more careful about doing that stuff then. That is the reason why they do not want mandatory DNA testing, because they're going to even find out that some of those children that's over here with these women ain't by the men that they're with. They're going to find out. Modern women, darkest secrets being revealed. That's what it's all about, gentlemen. Reveal them. Telling you, gentlemen. Telling you, gentlemen. And this is something that we need to be pushing for, instead of looking at some old politician that used us for a vote, and gentlemen, and make them pay us back. Make them pay these men. Which I think everything should have a statute of limitations on it. That should have a statute of limitations. I think, if a man find that out and that child haven't breached past the age of 25, baby, you're going to be banned. Not no 18, it's 25. That's what I think. That's what I think. Very important subject tonight, gentlemen. See, gentlemen, what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to interact with all of us men, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to change our mindset. Our mind has to change. Our demeanor about relationship has to change because we have been taken for granted for so long. You know, taken for granted for so long. We can no longer stand idly by and play games without future. See, that's playing with a person's future. They could have been busy out being with somebody that wanted to be with them, but yet still they stay with men for the dumbest reasons. A woman can stay with a man, he got money, but she don't even like it. That'll break all of that up. I think it's time for men to start spending their horizon. I don't want, if a woman tell me she been overseas, she been somewhere like Dubai or she been, any one of these other countries, and she has done it on multiple occasions. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I'd mess with that woman. Because I be done believe another man done relieved himself on her. I mean, I'm just being real about it. I mean, it's just, what else can you come up with other than that? I mean, I don't know. With the men across from overseas, they are telling us. They are telling us. They've been telling us. We just didn't catch on to it. We heard it. We knew it, but it has really gotten out there right now. And it's something that we need to pay attention to, General. We need to pay attention. And we need to pay attention to these women. And next thing, trust, that's off the table, man. No, trust is off the table. No. Now you're gonna totally earn mines, and then when you earn it, you're gonna have to keep earning to keep it. That's why I named this live streams Modern Woman Darkest Secrets Being Revealed. And I know the vast overwhelming majority of men ain't gonna lie about where they put it or what they did. Not even from a foreign land, from the United States. They ain't gonna lie about it. They're gonna laugh about it more than anything. Next thing, they're not wiping them. And I say to myself all the time about us men, with us being so creative, what did we create? Especially with our women. Is they worthy? Were they worthy? All at the same time, we've been convinced we the lousy that, well, you know what? We didn't look close enough to. Don't get me wrong, every woman in the United States of America is not bad. But gentlemen, it is time that we took a long, hard look. It is time that we take a long, hard look. It really is. Really, really should. You know. Time that we took a long look at where we should lay our loyalty and who where their loyalty has really lied at. You know, we really need to, we really need to take a look at that. I'm telling you, gentlemen, we need to take a look at that. I've been on the low. They're trying to build a case on me no matter where I go. People always hate on me. Look, I've been on the low. And see, they know they got issues right now. No matter where I go. I'm telling you. Hey, why they hating on the young? Cruising through your block and I be really out here thugging me. I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, we must reevaluate our position, and we must strive to change things by law. We are being badly taken advantage of. And all their talking points, I refuse, and we must refuse to be ignored anymore. When you have men from other nations telling you what is your women are being allowed to do to them while they are in their country, gentlemen, that's a big statement. That's a big statement, gentlemen. And it's one of those statements that you cannot ignore. The man over there telling us that they come over there, they're getting trains ran on them. They're black women too, black women. They're going over to places like Dubai and letting them get pooed on. They're liking golden showers. I mean, come on, man, really? And they're telling us this stuff. Men are telling us. I mean, these are not women. These are men saying these are things that goes on in their land. I'm not mad at them. I'm just glad that they told us. And this is something that we should not ignore. We don't ignore these type of things. Deep dark secrets done crossed through oceans on you. It's done crossed back over the ocean. Done came back the oceans all the way back across over. You gotta remember, there's the internet now. And a lot of them are laughing. I've seen some laughing. All for a few dollars. Man. They liking golden showers. Can you imagine how many women that done came back home to their husbands after another man done pooed on them? That's been doing all that traveling like that, going all that stuff. Oh, that's why they scream. Y'all remember how they used to scream out? Oh, I like to travel. And I have to kind of take a look at that now. Something to put on your mind, gentlemen. Good ladies over here, I say this type of stuff like that. If it don't apply to you, bypass it. Listen at what your sisterhood is doing and doing to your reputation also. Tonight, I made this video again. Modern woman, darkest secrets being revealed. And there's more to come. More to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for chiming in tonight. I'm fixing to get ready to bring the show down to a close. Live stream Friday, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I urge everybody to chime in to my show because it's getting better and better. Much improvements has came about, and we love y'all. And like I said, you know, there's a lot of changes, gentlemen, by law that has to take place in this country. By law that needs to take place. And a lot of the things and a lot of the deceit and stuff will not change unless we change it by law. Laws have to change, ladies and gentlemen, if anything is going to get better and if anything is going to take place. Things have to change by law. And these are some verified findings. I invite everybody to come back and see my show Friday night. And like I said, I am working to bring better content. And if you cannot tell the truth, I think you shouldn't speak at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for coming by the Stephen Cartwright Show tonight. Check out my live stream. All my live streams are always able to be able to rerun. Like, subscribe, send in a comment. We want to know what you got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for coming by. We love y'all. And peace out. Yeah. Yeah. Tell it like it is, baby. There ain't nobody gonna back off the truth, you know. I'm a good man, but you know what? I ain't lying for nobody. Just want to help our communities get back on track, but we want to keep the best of women, you know. Just is what it is. Peace out, everybody. Oh.